co-host Styles, and this is Anti-Bullying Month, October. So bullying, obviously a huge and massive issue across the board in elementary school, middle school, high school, and we really want to raise awareness about bullying, cyberbullying, bullying in general, ways in which you can deal with it if you are the victim of bullying or if your children are the victim of bullying, exactly how you can help them. So with me today, we've got Cindy, we've got Mandy, and we also have Christine. Thank you. And basically, why don't we start with you, Cindy? Tell me exactly what you do and what your role is.
Sure. I'm a school social worker here in 186. I work at Sandburg Elementary. I'm also a part of the Bully Prevention Task Force. And I also work with LGBTQ youth at the Phoenix Center. Okay. So again, two graduates of Springfield High School in my family, so like my heart and my work has led me here.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Christine, how about you?
Sure. I work with the Attorney General's office. I'm an internet safety specialist, which means I spend most of my time in schools, grades 3 through 12, teaching them about digital safety, specifically cyberbullying being one of those issues.
Okay. And Mandy, you have been a victim of bullying yourself, which is why you're here today. What grade are you in?
I'm in 10th grade.
You're in 10th grade. All right. Well, first of all, lots of courage coming in and talking about this today. So tell me first off, what was your experience? What happened to you?
Well, it really mostly happened in 7th grade when some girls would just make fun of me just for no reason. Like, I would have baggy pants and make fun of my baggy pants. My hair was really short at that time, and they would make fun of my hair. Into 8th grade, they made fun of my hair because it was too short. My weight, my looks, it's just stuff just to pick at on me. So that's really what I went through. I went through one case of cyberbullying, someone taking a picture of me and calling me ugly. It was really not the most amazing thing ever, but I just really got made fun of a lot in class, and yeah.
So I imagine that was ridiculously hard and obviously very difficult to talk about even now.
Yeah.
How did you get through it? What did you do? Who did you reach out to put an end to it?
Well, at first it was just really hard by myself because I didn't want to tell anyone, but what it is, I told my mom because I'm more so closer to her, but then I told my social worker at my middle school, Miss Bolts, and she talked to me and she really helped me get through it. And then I talked to my dad a little bit about it, but and I had a friend in 7th grade and she would help me out too, but I had people there for me, so that's what I'm really glad about.
So what do you say to somebody that's going through the same thing? Someone that's the same age that you were or the age that you are now, that's going through, people are picking on them and they don't really see a way out.
Right. I would tell them that if they were younger than me, there's a lot of ways to talk to people that are going to help you. And there's different people that, like your friends, they could help you too. Not just, they can't really take action as much, but they're a bystander. They can see what's going on. They could tell a higher up adult in the school, or they can tell your parents if you're close. But like, I would just tell them that they would need to tell people. They really need to tell people. Like, but you can't like put it everywhere. You shouldn't say all your business that you're going through, because then you can get made fun of that by other people. So,
makes it even worse.
Yeah, you need to be careful not to say stuff that can get you made fun of even more. And then if you're my age now, I would say that you really have to be strong about it, and you still need to tell people. So you still need to tell your parents and people at school, teachers, someone you're really close to, so that something can be done about it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Cindy, what resources do kids have these days to be able to reach out safely in a comfortable environment, like Mandy was saying, so that they don't continue to make it even worse by coming out and saying something?
And I think she makes a valid point that we always want to make sure that kids and families aren't feeling like they're making it worse. We want to make sure they give them some safe outlets. The school is required to take a report of bullying and to document that. And our new superintendent, Jennifer Gill, she's right on that as far as it's an expectation. You know, she looks at those documents on an annual basis, and we need to document what happened. How do we protect the person who is the victim, and how do we teach the person who is being aggressive some skills to replace the ones that they were using? So she's right, contact person at the school is a good place to reach out to. But I know that Christine can also talk about the legal aspect of things. I think when things get to the legal point, that's another resource that parents have at their disposal.
Okay, Christine, what is the legal aspect?
Sure. I mean, and if we look at the laws with the cyberbullying, bullying laws, in 2015 they were expanded to include behavior that's occurring off school property or off school time. So it's not just that you're at a sporting event. It can be that you're at home on a Saturday evening, but you're putting something on Twitter, Snapchat, and you're participating in this bullying behavior. If that impacts a student's day, Mandy's day at school, and she does not feel safe, or her learning environment now is disrupted, reports can be made, and school can now be brought in.
So you're saying that if we're in the same class and I send her a response to a tweet that she made at 8 o'clock at night that's somewhat threatening, and she reports it to the school, now the school can legally be involved in it?
Well, and school is going to look at each one case by case, because what one of us may perceive as a threat, I mean, she needs to feel that there could be harm to her, which makes the online bullying, it makes it hard to read, because what one says online, interpretation, it's hard to tell. We don't have the emotions, sure we have emojis, but it's hard to tell what that intent is, with it so flat being black and white in that text there. So again, school's going to have to determine what level, right? And does it rise to a level of a threat, meaning fear of harm? We have to realize, you know, not everyone is going to agree with us. We are going to have conflict, and conflict is not going to be the same as that bullying behavior with that differential in power.
Okay. Now, how would you, Cindy, let me ask you, how would you define the difference between what is considered bullying or cyberbullying compared to just playful, you know, teasing back and forth with your friends?
That's a really good question. I know that a good place to begin is a basic definition, and we talk about physical, emotional, or technology used to make a person either injured, either with words or actions, or be in fear of injury, or taking or destroying their belongings. And these things often happen because of a difference, and Mandy pointed out some of those, a difference or a perceived difference, weight, religion, skin color, sexual orientation, perceived sexual orientation. We kind of get into a whole list of things. If someone feels different, sometimes that's where the bullying comes. And the person is feeling fear, and Christine talked about that. Now, teasing, there can be some level of playfulness with it. With teasing, one or both people can be having fun. With bullying, one person is definitely not having fun. That's a person who is feeling injured or threatened by the behavior. So teasing, one-time situation, and Christine referred to a power differential. If both people have the same amount of power, so if you and I have the same amount of power and I say, you know, I don't like your shirt, it's a little bit easier for you to just kind of shrug me off. But, you know, I'm older than you, I have more power than you, and I'm, you know, making fun of you. There's a difference there. It goes from teasing to more of a, that put down really has more power to it.
Okay. What can parents do at home to help their kids, to encourage their children to be open and speak with them about what's going on at school?
Yeah. You know, it's easier said than done, but talking to your kids is important. And, you know, being aware of where they go, you know, in the neighborhood, and also where they go with their technology. And it's difficult, but asking those hard questions. If you notice a difference with your child, they're eating differently, they're sleeping differently, or especially if they have a change in their social habits, they're hanging with different people, they're avoiding, they always used to like to go to a certain either real or technology hangout, and that's changed. That might nudge you to ask some of those hard questions about what's happened. Has someone hurt you or threatened you, and we can get help for that.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you very much for coming in and talking today. I really appreciate all of you for joining us here and helping explain a little bit about really what bullying and cyberbullying is and how people can get help. Where is the best place for parents to find information about bullying?
Sure. On the Attorney General's website, eBully 411, we have resources for parents, students, teachers, all there. Cyberbullying.us is specific to cyberbullying issues. And then I would redirect back to the Springfield School District, visiting their website for those resources and connecting with individuals within your child's school, because there is someone assigned and available to talk to your kids.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Talk to your kids, make sure they know what's going on, make sure they know how to handle things, and thanks for watching.